Hey everyone. So the subject of the Peavey Windsor came up recently. It's an inexpensive tube amp made to be a replicant of the classic Marshall JCM 800. I picked one up a few years back and I do use it every now and then if I'm after a Marshall type sound. And here's the thing, I get it. A lot of the younger guys can't afford to blow a lot of cash on an amp. I didn't have a lot of money to spend when I was young either, and the Windsor goes for very cheap on the used market. I don't think they're making them new anymore, and that's really a shame because it's a very impressive amp for the money. Just to be clear, if you're going for a gent sound, this is not the amp for you. But if you're into like Doom or Stoner or Groove or something like that, check out the Windsor. It's pretty cool. My model in particular is stock, but I've read that it's very easy to modify and there's a ton of products and how-to instructions out there on the net. But I'm only one opinion. To find out what makes the Windsor a great deal, I talked to my good friend Al the Yeti Bones from Gypsy Chief Goliath. Who's out on the road touring with a pair of these things. Stick around till the end of the video where we demo it with TJ on the drums. So yeah, I've got Al the Yeti Bones here from Gypsy Chief Goliath, and I just wanted to ask him, so tell me what you were telling me about Peavey Windsor, why you like to use it on the road as opposed to say like an 800 or a 900.
Yeah, I came across one of these things at a pawn shop and just blew me away. I had a 800, I had a 900, a JMP, and all of them were hitting the classic years. So been around probably 15, 16 years, almost. Maybe the 900 was probably the oldest that I had. I had some weird issues with people chucking it into the trailer. Okay. And, at the end of the night on tour, next day you go somewhere else and the fucking thing doesn't work.
Right. So when that's like at an 800 or a 900, you're talking a pretty significant repair bill.
Right.
So you were talking about going out on the road with like two Windsors.
Yeah, I have two.
You have two that you bring with you.
I got rid of one. Yeah.
Okay. So
I had three, but I have two now. Yeah.
Okay. So you've got two. So if one breaks, you've got another one, and it's not the repair cost of this. Instead of paying for a repair bill, just find another one, kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, having two of them, I'll fucking make sure somebody's got a camera on me and I'll throw this thing up in the air and just watch it fucking blow up, Okay.
But what are you finding these things for in pawn shops? Like how much?
$200, $150, $180. Kijiji, Craigslist, probably get it for $250.
Okay, cool.
So it's always under $300.
So it's a very, very economical amp. So, the cost to replace one is probably less than it would cost for a repair bill on, say, a JCM 800 or JCM 900. So that's where the Windsor has the real advantage.
Yeah, the one thing I really love about this that actually I didn't get from my Marshalls was the swampy tone. Okay. So I get like a cool, with the Marshall, you get like an Aerosmith AC/DC thing, gain to 10, but this had a lot more option for me. For the type of stuff we do, it was perfect. It really was.
Awesome. So do you use this in the studio then?
I did.
Awesome.
Not this time around.
Okay.
We used high watts and trainers and stuff.
That's fine. Yeah. But still, as a road warrior, this thing is extremely practical.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Al.
Thanks for having me.
All right.